Euro Truck Simulator 2 Update 1.58 is a good update, not because it throws new trucks or flashy features at us immediately, but because it quietly changes the foundation of the game. I like updates like this. The kind that don't shout for attention, but instead make you stop and think, something important is happening here. This update feels calm on the surface, but underneath, it's doing serious work. Work that suggests ETS2 is moving toward the biggest shift it has ever had. Welcome to another video of Euro Truck Simulator 2. If you enjoy content like this, subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel and keeps this kind of deep ETS2 discussion going. For a while now, we've talked about what comes after Update 1.58. We talked about a possible console release. We talked about rigid trucks becoming a reality. But there's one topic that hasn't received enough attention yet, and that's buses. Or more accurately, coaches. I like how SCS handles major changes. They don't rush announcements. They don't promise features that aren't ready. They prepare the game first, and only then do they deliver the content. And that's exactly what Update 1.58 is doing. Coaches are coming to ETS2, not as a rumor, not as a mod-only experiment, but as a proper, fully supported gameplay direction. Adding coaches is not the same as adding another truck. Trucks revolve around cargo, depots, loading bays, and industrial zones. Coaches revolve around people, schedules, terminals, and smooth driving. That changes everything. I like the idea that ETS2 is slowly becoming more than a trucking simulator. It's becoming a full transport simulator. With coaches, the focus shifts. It's no longer just about power and torque. It's about comfort, control, and precision. That kind of gameplay needs a completely different foundation, and Update 1.58 starts building it. One of the strongest signs pointing toward coaches is the map work introduced in Update 1.58. As part of preparing for the Coaches DLC, SCS has started adjusting the world itself. At first glance, these changes might seem small. New road markings, updated signs, minor layout changes in cities. But when you slow down and look closely, you notice something else. Selected cities now include newly added areas with large bus stations and terminals. These aren't decorative details, they're functional spaces designed with purpose. I like how these areas feel open and structured. They don't look like cargo depots. They don't behave like truck yards. They feel like places meant for people, not freight. Bus terminals change how cities function. They need wide entrances, smooth exit routes, logical placement near urban centers. You can't just reuse existing truck infrastructure and hope it works. I like that SCS understands this. Instead of forcing coaches into the old system, they're reshaping cities to make space for them. That tells me coaches are not an experiment. They are a long-term addition. When coaches finally arrive, they won't feel awkward or out of place. They'll feel like they were always meant to be there. Now this is where Update 1.58 becomes really interesting. Alongside map changes, SCS introduced a major vehicle behavior physics update. This wasn't a small adjustment. This was a deep revision of how the game simulates movement, weight, and interaction with the world. Vehicles now respond differently to steering input. Collisions are handled more accurately. Contact with the road feels more grounded. I like this part because it reveals intention. SCS didn't rework physics just for fun. They did it because the old system wasn't enough for what's coming next. Coaches behave very differently from trucks. They're long, they're tall, they carry people instead of cargo. Sudden steering, harsh braking, or aggressive driving doesn't just look wrong, it feels wrong. I like that SCS is taking this seriously. Coaches need smoother suspension behavior. They need realistic body roll. They need steering that feels controlled instead of heavy. That's why SCS had to go deep under the hood and revisit how physics are simulated. Update 1.58 isn't just improving today's gameplay, it's preparing the engine for future vehicle types. It reshapes how vehicles behave. It reshapes how cities are designed. It reshapes what kind of gameplay the engine can support. I like that this shift is happening quietly. Instead of hype, we're getting stability. Instead of promises, we're getting preparation. Now let's talk about timing. This is speculation, but it's based on how SCS usually works. They lay the foundation first, then they let it settle, then they announce the content. Update 1.58 clearly lays the groundwork. Because of that, I like the idea that coaches are closer than many people think. A realistic window would be sometime after 1.58 has fully matured, especially if SCS wants to pair coaches with a major milestone like a large map expansion or a console-related update. I like that SCS isn't rushing coaches. Passenger transport introduces new challenges: passenger behavior, terminal logic, schedules, different driving expectations. If any of that feels wrong, the entire experience falls apart. By taking their time now, SCS increases the chance that coaches will feel polished on release. Coaches could completely change how people play ETS2. Some players will focus on long-distance passenger routes. Others will mix trucking and passenger work. Some might switch entirely. I like that kind of freedom. It keeps the game fresh. It keeps the world alive. It gives players reasons to keep coming back. Euro Truck Simulator 2 Update 1.58 is a good update, not because of what it gives us immediately, but because of what it prepares us for. The map is evolving, the physics are changing, the foundation is being rebuilt. All signs point toward coaches becoming a reality, not as a side feature, but as a major new chapter in ETS2's history. I like where this is going. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like. More ETS2 deep dives and future discussions are coming. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the road.